Good morning, students. Today we'll read about the fourth member of the Spectator Club, Captain Sentry, who is an army man. Now, next to Sir Andrew in the club room sits Captain Sentry, a gentleman of great courage, good understanding, but invincible modesty. Now, Sir Andrew was a merchant, Sir Roger de Coverley was a baronet, and and the lawyer, the member of the inner temple, we have already discussed them. Now I'll talk about the army person, who Captain Sentry. Now he has served in military. He's the gentleman. He's of great courage. He's a brave man. He has a great wit, but invincible modesty. Invincible means unbeatable, and modesty is shyness. So this army person, he is courageous, he is brave, but only one defect in his character is he's too shy. He is one of those that deserve very well, but are very awkward at putting their talents within the observation of such as should take notice of them. So, the main, uh, you could say, his problem was that he was not able to express himself in front of his seniors. Okay, he deserved, although he was very deserving man, he had great many qualities, but whenever it was required to express himself or to prove his worth, he always failed because he was not in habit of showing off his talent. So definitely what happens is that such talent goes wasted. He was some years a captain and behaved himself with great gallantry in several engagements and at several sieges. But having a small estate of his own and being next heir to Sir Roger, he has quitted a way of life in which no man can rise suitably to his merit, who is not something of a courtier as well as a soldier. Okay, now in army for some years he was also captain, and he proved his worth in several sieges. He had proven his worth. He was a brave, he behaved with great courage. He also took part in several military engagements and in several military attacks, but he retired from army life. And the reason was that he has quitted a way of life. Now, the reason was because he was not getting promotion, he was not being promoted, and apart from that he also had to look after a small estate of his own. And because he was a next heir to Sir Roger, we have already discussed about Sir Roger de Coverley. He was a baronet, and Captain Sentry was related to Sir Roger, and Sir Roser's next heir was Captain Sentry. So, because of this position, because he also had to look after his small estate, and because he was not getting any promotion in his military, that's why he left the army. I have heard him often lament that in a profession where merit is placed in so conspicuous a view, impudence should get the better of modesty. Okay, so he used to lament, or you could say he used to, in a way he used to complain that that in this world only flatterers get promotion. जो लोग चापलूस होते हैं, जो लोग अनफेयर मीन्स अडॉप्ट करते हैं, वही लोग प्रोग्रेस करते हैं. सो जो कैप्टन सेंट्री थे, वो काफ़ी बार अपनी बातचीत में इस बात को दोहराते थे, और ऐसा लगता था उन्हें पछतावा हो रहा है. वो एक तरह से लैमेंट करते थे कि दुनिया में जो चापलूस हैं वही लोग आगे बढ़ पाते हैं, और जो स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड लोग होते हैं वो इतनी प्रोग्रेस नहीं कर पाते हैं. So when he has talked to this purpose, I never heard him make a sore expression, but frankly confess that he left the world because he was not fit for it. Now, this was the good quality in Captain Sentry. Okay, although he was deserving and he was not getting promotion, but he never sort of cry for it, or he never lamented. He has talked. I never heard him make a sore expression. Okay, he ऐसा नहीं है कि इस बात के वो पीछे ही पड़ गए थे, बट एक तरह से इन्होंने इस चीज़ को अडॉप्ट ही कर लिया था. He used to say that maybe he was not fit in that society, maybe he was not fit for that life, maybe he was not fit to serve in military, that's why he left it. Okay, he never used to complain that why I'm not getting promoted, or why those who are not, or those who are adopting unfair means why they are being promoted. So you can say that he never used to complain like that. A strict honesty and an even regular behavior are in themselves obstacles to him that must press through crowds who endeavor at the same end with himself the favor of a commander. So he used to say that if you're too honest and if you're too straight, then these qualities are actually obstacles. Why? Because if you really need to show your worth, if you really need to prove your worth, then you must come forward, you must overcome your shyness, and you must prove your worth to your superiors, to your seniors, so that they could notice your qualities. अगर आप अपनी क्वालिटीज़ बहुत ज़्यादा आप ऑनेस्ट होगे, बहुत ज़्यादा स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड होगे, अपनी क्वालिटीज़ को आप शो नहीं करोगे, तो ये एक तरह से आपके जो सीनियर्स हैं वो आपको नोटिस ही नहीं कर पाएंगे. Okay, he will, however, in his way of talk, excuse generals for not disposing according to men's desert or inquiring into it. For says he, that great man who has a mind to help me has as many to break through to come to me as I have to come at him. Therefore, he will conclude that the man who would make a figure, especially in a military way, must get over all false modesty and assist his patron against the importunity of other pretenders by a proper assurance in his own vindication. It's a long sentence. I'll try to break it. So it starts with he says that he will, however, in his way of talk, excuse generals. Okay, अपनी बातों बातों में अपने जो सुपीरियर्स थे, अपने जो जनरल्स थे, वो उन्हें एक तरह से उसके मन में अभी तक ये द्वेष भावना नहीं थी, ये भावना नहीं थी कि उसके सीनियर्स ने उसे प्रमोशन क्यों नहीं दिया. और एक तरह से वो अपनी बातों बातों में ये जताता था कि उसने अपने जो सीनियर्स हैं उन्हें माफ़ कर दिया है, भले ही उसकी क्वालिटीज़ को नज़रअंदाज किया गया हो, भले ही उसे प्रमोशन ना दिया गया हो, बट एक तरह से ये सही भी था. फॉर नॉट डिस्पोजिंग अकॉर्डिंग टू मेंस डेजर्ट, वो अपने सीनियर्स को इस बात के लिए माफ़ कर दिया करता था कि उन सीनियर्स ने लोगों को लोगों का सही आकलन नहीं किया, लोगों की मेरिट के अकॉर्डिंग उन्हें प्रमोशन नहीं दिया. क्योंकि वो कहता था, मैन हु हैज़ अ माइंड टू हेल्प मी. नाउ अगर कोई इंसान खुद ही अपनी हेल्प नहीं करेगा तो सामने वाला आपकी हेल्प कैसे कर सकता है. ओके, लाइक ही सेज दैट if you will not come forward, if you will not show your qualities, then how your senior, your superior will notice them. So he says that you have to break these barriers. Similarly, even other person, even your superiors, your seniors, your boss will have to break some barriers in order to notice your qualities. So if you are too shy in showing your qualities, then definitely it would become problematic for other persons to give you promotion. Okay, so therefore he will conclude that the man who would make a figure, especially in a military way, must get over all false modesty. So he used to say that if you are in military, if you are in army, then you must not be shy. Okay, you must get over your false modesty, your shyness, because in army there is no place for shyness, there is no place for false modesty. Okay, and assessed his patron against the importunity of other pretenders by a proper assurance in his own vindication. And you must prove your worth in front of your seniors. You must show your true qualities to your patron so that the other person could easily notice your worth. So he says it is a civil cowardice to be backward in asserting what you ought to expect, as it is a military fear to be slow in attacking when it is your duty. So he used to say that एक आर्मी पर्सन के लिए जिस तरह से ये गलत है कि जब आपको अटैक करना हो और आप स्लो हो जाओ या आप इतने एंथुसियास्टिक ना हो, उसी तरह से हमें अपनी बात को कहने में या अपनी बात को जो हम सोचते हैं, जो हमारी थॉट प्रोसेस है, उसे एक्सप्रेस करने में हमें पीछे नहीं हटना चाहिए. सो ही यूज्ड टू से दैट वी मस्ट express ourselves clearly. We must not think that what the other person will think of me. So he says that we must come forward, we must not be too shy to express ourselves. So because these are really barriers, and if you are in an army, if you are in such a profession, then you must not behave in such a manner. Okay. With this candor does the gentleman speak of himself and others. Candor is frankness. And the same frankness runs through all his conversation. So, this army man, he was straightforward, he was frank, and in his behavior also, you could easily notice such directness. The military part of his life has furnished him with many adventures, in the relation of which he is very agreeable to the company. So, the military part of his life has really polished his behavior, and due to that behavior, due to his straight behavior, he is always welcomed, he is always agreeable to the company of the spectator club. For he is never overbearing, though accustomed to command men in the utmost degree below him, nor ever too obsequious from an habit of obeying men highly above him. Overbearing means dominant, and obsequious means flatterer. So Richard Steele says that this army man, he is neither a dominant man nor a flatterer, okay, because he has been in army for so long. So उनका behavior देख के उनका ऐसा कभी नहीं लगता कि ये इतने dominant हो सकते हैं, क्योंकि इन्होंने अपने से नीचे जो भी ऑफिशियल्स थे उन्हें ऑर्डर भी दिए होंगे, और इनसे जो ऊपर सीनियर्स थे उनको उन्होंने ऐसे इनका बिहेवियर देख के कभी ये नहीं लगा कि ये कोई फ्लैटरर है या ये एक डोमिनेंट मैन है. ही वॉज अ सिंपल, ही वॉज अ स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड मैन, and of course he was a shy. So because of these qualities he was always welcomed, he was always agreeable, and people always enjoyed his company. And he never appeared as a dominant man, as dominating person, nor he was a flatterer. So this was the character of Captain Sentry. Thank you.